hello, hello, hello. We got it taken care of. We in the building. We in the building. Welcome to Respectfully with Miss Pretty Young Thing. I'm your girl PYT, and let's get into it. So this is my first live stream on here in a very long time. Very long time. We had a lot of hiccups. We had a lot of BS, but we are here. Big shout out to StreamYard. Big shout out to YouTube and all of that and all of that and all of that. I finally figured out the StreamYard link. So if y'all want to call in throughout the entirety of the night, you can feel free to do so. We are going to quickly go through, dissect, watch, and react to Baddies episode 8, okay, Midwest, that came out this evening, earlier this evening. We're going to react to that, okay? Then we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to calm down, and then we are going to react to Jocelyn's Cabaret. All right. So before we do that, please do me a favor. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you leave a comment. Make sure that you subscribe. If you would like to jump in and leave your comments, let me know how you felt about the episode. Let me know how you feel about this particular scene that I'm on. Everything like that nature. Go ahead and do so. Okay. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So, like I said, we are going to be watching and getting a live reaction of Baddies Midwest, episode 9, which is entitled BFF No More. So, before we already get into the episode, I already can tell that this is going to be an episode. Let me see, it's 41 minutes and 56 seconds. At least 20 minutes of the 41 minutes, I'm being generous, is going to be dedicated to 10. And what is 10? Rolly and Slim. If you go back in their history, you know that they used to be called 10, Rolly being the 0 and Slim being the 1. So it looks like it's going to be an episode curated directly to what they had going on. Okay. So unfortunately, because of Zeus, because of copyright and all that stuff like that, y'all cannot watch the episode with me. But I will be giving my live reaction as it is happening. I got my trusty headphone right here. I got my iPad right here. Zeus Network is going to be where it is at this evening. All right. So big shout out to each and every person that's in the comments. Once again, let's go ahead and get started. 41 minutes and 56 seconds of the episode. I have not watched the episode yet. So this is going to be my first time watching the episode. I've been busy all day. If you follow my what you call it, my YouTube, you know that my brother just got married. I will be posting the vlog of the wedding on Christmas Day, and I hope that y'all enjoy that. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and get started. All right. So we got the little warning about the audience and all that stuff like that. And previously on, let's go. Homegirl got her baddies chain. Where I feel like Biggie is jealous, of course. Jealous. Biggie fake unfazed by her not being able to go to brunch, which I thought was BS. But then at the same token, I understood it. I don't know. I have mixed emotions on that. I just feel like it was a part of, it was all according to plan. It was a scheme that Natalie set up for her to not be there. Okay. But you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But it gave room for Biggie to have a storyline. Like she didn't have a storyline before that. And now she kind of does. I feel like before that, her storyline was strictly, I'm not fighting, you could send me home. Knowing dang well you care if you go home or not, or else you wouldn't have came on the season in the first place. So let me know how y'all feel about that. But yes, let's go ahead and get the episode started. So let me go ahead and zoom past the entrance a little bit. Um, Child, this entrance is a little bit longer than what we're used to, but it is what it is. But all in all, like I said, oh, so this episode we already know is going to start off with Rolly and Slim going at each other's necks, baby. The way I seen that preview with Slim getting dragged across the floor like a mop, child. Can't wait to see how this goes, okay? Hey, hey. Let me put this in full screen so that I have the full effect of everything. I'm a little tired, so if I yawn, it's not because the episode is boring, it's because I am tired. So let's go ahead. All right, the previews is done. Y'all, while this previews is going, did y'all see that Natalie came up with a new song? She's seriously taking this rap career to the next level, and I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like she's reaching personally. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I personally feel like she's reaching. I don't know. I don't know what she's reaching for. I don't know if she's reaching for the stars. I don't know if she's reaching for the baddie gods. I don't know what she is reaching for. All I know is she is reaching. I can't tell you what the reach is actually for, but she is reaching. All right. So it looks like, Rolly snatched off her wig from Jump and got her straight into a corner, okay? Titties out. Rolly wig off. Yo, somebody said that Rolly looked like Aku in her confessional, and I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. Okay. Slim twerking. So Slim said she spoke on her dead daddy. Child. Slim looked like Faith Evans in this confessional. Rolly's still a little big. That's crazy. She said F her dead dad. That's not even funny. That's not even funny. One thing about Rolly without a wig, it is not cute. Oh. She said we knew that was gonna happen. You big as hell. Not Rolly's gonna make that decision for her staying in the house. That's a little. Oh, so we learned tonight that Slim got fired from Baddies because she jumped in the fight between Rolly and Natalie Nunn during what was it? Baddie South reunion. Okay, so they going at it again. This is round two. Slim got a couple hits in for round two. But Rolly's gonna win regardless. Like that's such an uneven fight. One thing about Biggie called her Mariah 2.0 because she is not giving up. And that's fair. Dang, Rolly said it with her chest this time. F your dead daddy B. Oh. Slim didn't even fight the third round. What was the point in that? Ivory cracking up in the corner? Ivory's confessional look is now getting disrespectful. Like, why are they beating her face and not finishing the beat? Because the lace color and her face color and her neck color are three different colors. They're three different colors. Y'all, I forgot I had. But food. Let me eat my wings while I watch this episode. Tinka's confessional look is cute with the stars in her hair and the flips. Everyone's saying in their confessionals that Slim should have stopped. All right, Slim was trying to be a big person and apologize to Rolly. Trying to be apologized. Shiki, you want some? Oh, Rolly said she hates her and she hates her pastrami poom poom. Why she calling her coochie loose? Oh, not her dragging her across the floor again. What is happening? Why? The camera, not the cameraman. Guardians. The Guardians are not helping. Bad Dolly put her 2 cents in, but it's not being heard. Not a bottle of Smirnoff. Not her selling Foom Foom for vodka. She broke some nails. Oh no. Honestly, Slim is better than me. Cause Rolly big as hell. Camilla better than me. Natalie better than me. Who else for her? Biggie better than me. Anna has been the only smart person, in my opinion, fighting against Rolly because she hit and run. Hit and run. Remember that reunion? I think it was South. Not her wearing her wig. Hey, not too much on Amazon wigs, Rolly. I like Amazon wigs. So I want to say they went 4 rounds. That didn't even. I didn't expect it to go anywhere, to be honest, and it didn't. But, child, it was pointless. All right, so we got a scene with Jayla and Natalie. Jayla said everything white but my man. No tea, no shade. I'm only apologize. I'm only attracted to like 2 white men in my life: Thor, Aquaman, and Paul Walker. Rest in peace. Mm. They talking about the baddie dinner. Akbar spitting like a billy goat. They said Akbar was doing too much, and I agree. Spitting, spit stank. They said Biggie not doing it, like not coming to the event, would have made it worse, and I agree. They said Biggie was not Biggie. Rolly was waiting for Slim at the door, as she was. Hold on, let me pause the episode real quick. Did y'all notice that the second, the second that she came in, she wasted absolutely no time dragging her. Absolutely no time. Absolutely no freaking time. Because it's one of those things where it's just like, yo, You would think that she would at least hear her out a little bit. No, not at all. No, not at the slightest. Not at the slightest. Not a single chance. Not a single word was heard. Not a single anything. All right. So we made it up to 11 minutes and 31 seconds, and they're still talking about the fight. I clocked it to 20 minutes. We'll see if we add to that 11 minutes. You know what? Clock it, Jayla. So, what they're basically talking about right now, we got Jayla, Natalie, and Rolly and Scotty in the room interjecting when she wants to. I love Scotty, but dang, she low key is boring. High key is boring. I love me some Scotty though, but aside from the body, I don't know. But they're basically talking about the Slim and Rolly beef, which I remember it panning out. And it's crazy that it went as deep as it did because I remember with the whole Gretchen thing happening, Rolly for some reason said by this time they already fell out. But I remember that Rolly, or at least they weren't all the way on the outs, but they were getting there. But Rolly said, "Oh, y'all be letting Slim say it, and her daddy only half black or whatever. Her daddy not full black, and I guess her father is deceased." And Slim felt some type of way about him being brought into a conversation that ain't had nothing to do with him. Like, the man is deceased. Why you bringing up my daddy? Don't be talking about my daddy. I don't know how Rolly's son got in the mix, but Rolly's son got in the mix. Let me know whether or not y'all know how Rolly's son got in the mix. I just don't know how. But from there, it was up and stuck for Rolly because she was just like, "Oh, you talking about?" Rolly said, "You talking about my son? My son?" We know Rolly don't play about her son because she came out DTB about her son. She's come at a lot of people as far as she came at the whole internet about her son. So that turned into a whole ordeal. Lo and behold, now we are. I agree. You can't bring kids into the situation. Bringing kids into the situation makes it a whole different situation. But this is where we are now because now Faith Evans spoke on Lil Kim's son. Faith Evans being Slim, Faith Evans. I mean, Lil Kim being Biggie. Oh, wait, not Biggie. Lord, Rolly. Okay, so that's where we are now. Okay, dang, Rolly called her a blood sucking insect. I feel like they could be cordial though. She said she don't care if she apologized through her a hole. Now Natalie about to have a baddie barbecue bonfire. It's giving Baddies Caribbean on the beach. Baddie barbecue. Yo. So they're gonna go out. They're gonna do a little bonfire. It's crazy how Natalie straight up be code switching. But it's a cringy code switch. Like, it's a very cringy code switch. 111, y'all make a wish. Mm, 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 mm. All right, so they're about to get ready. All right, so this scene, I see Pretty P. I see Big Lex. I see Summer. And I see Jasmine Renee. You could tell this was a scheme that producers set up. Because for Jasmine and Renee to be here, you could tell they were just like, all right, you have to do a scene with the ladies. I know they be claiming they not scripted, but they be acting real scripted. Allegedly. Uh-oh. Mm, she called her scummer. They called her scummer. I'm not surprised about their back and forth. But calling her scummer is a little diabolical. I ain't gonna hold you. I can understand Pretty P's anger. I really can. Because it's still one of those things where it's just like, yo, y'all be jumping in my fights. Like, I'm trying to get my fair one. Like, imagine every time you're trying to come for somebody and their best friend keeps jumping in the fight. Like, back up. Let me fight your friend. They talk about the Akbar situation with Dtb. They talk about Rolly Tear and Slim. No, she was a little geeked about getting whooped over and over and over again. But that's true too. They used to be really, real good friends, like real good friends. And it's crazy. Like we keep saying that there's a baddie curse. Like people be starting off as friends on baddies and then they just not friends. Oh, Tinkerbella just came in the situation and Pretty P do not look happy. You got the munchies? No, I haven't eaten anything today. Dang. Summer ain't ish. Talking about you want a fair perform with Diamond, but you're going to lose every time. It's clockable, but still. Let's not give Pretty P like listen. Pretty P can fight. Not too much on my dog. Uh-oh. Biggie and Jaden. Brick Barbie is crazy. Wow. I can understand Biggie in this. I can understand Biggie in this situation because imagine you coming on your set, you are a baddie, and you trying to go eat something, right? And you have the glam team of your op. In this case situation, I'm gonna call him the op because she's not a fan. They're not a fan of each other. They're not a fan of each other. So it's like you just want to get something to eat, and you got all these people breathing the air that you're trying to breathe, all because they're with you, eating all the food. That's first. I get it. I get it, and that would irritate me too. But I feel like it's one of those things where anything Biggie say or do on Baddies is gonna come across as, you know, it just is. No matter what happens, no matter what she do, no matter what she say, it's just inevitable at this point. Jaden's belly button looks crazy. Jaden's belly button looks crazy. Biggie looks cute as hell in this scene though. Her hair is laid. You know what this reminds me of? This scene reminds me of her saying that you don't look like it's your birthday. Why it look like it's Biggie birthday right here and Jaden still looking like Jaden? I haven't seen Jaden look doll up or anything complimentable yet, to be honest. She's been looking real regular. Where are these weird people that Biggie speaks of? DTB get on my nerves. She always come out looking crazy. Why she got the neck pillow? Tasiki so shady. Tasiki so shady. I'm tired. Tasiki, I'm about to punch air because it's so annoying how Tasiki always has something to speak on when it comes to DTB. Justice for DTB. You always got something to say on DTB. Why is that the case? Why is that the case? Why is it that DTB is trying to live her best life and you trying to live it right along with her? Why is that the case? Why is it that DTB is simply wearing a neck pillow because she's jet lagged and your input is, oh, she probably wearing a neck pillow because she had to fight? No, she just said she's not jet lagged. Every confessional that I have seen of her thus far had something to do with DTB, and that is so annoying. Exactly. D right into the max because it's one of those things where it's just like, why don't you leave the girl alone? Like DTB is not paying her any mind. And I don't know if y'all pay attention to social media, but on social media, I actually showed that Tasiki and DTB unfollowed each other on Instagram. But DTB unfollowed her first. And Tasiki only unfollowed her because DTB unfollowed her. But it's still one of those things where like you can't be surprised that I unfollow you. You talk about me crazy in these streets. You are that friend that you need to watch out for because there's no reason for us to be on good terms and for you to still be talking money. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things where like you cannot trust somebody that knock your tooth out. We'll never be friends. And DTV will always be a better person than me because of that situation. Like, her and Tasiki should never be friends. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that because it's one of those things where, like, if you get in a fight with somebody and y'all let bygones be bygones for the sake of entertainment and you think everything's straight, but then you find out that they low key shading you behind closed doors, are you still going to be cool with them? Me, absolutely not. I wouldn't have been cool with them from the beginning when you knocked my tooth out. I'm sorry. I can't. Okay, so we got Ivory, DTB, we got Tinka, we got Tasiki. Not they called her Paula. So Pretty P, aka Pretty Paula, wants to fight DTB. All right, if they're not gonna fight in this episode, at the end of this clip, I want to discuss who we think is going to win out of them two. Child. But DTB did sneak her twice. She did sneak her twice. I love DTB, but those was though that was flaw. That was really flaw. All right, honest feeling under the weather. Broward County in the building. Big shout out to SoFlo, South Florida. Talk to us nice. All right, so this little made up scene is over. Anna is sick, and it looks like Anna would not be joining them on the outside activities. So now we're with Jayla, Slim. Let me find out Jayla was about to mediate the conversation between Rolly and Slim. Slim looked like Faith Evans. Slim said she got a lot of weight lifted off her chest. Rolly's a lot of weight to lift off the chest. And respectfully, if she feels great, then Rolly needs to get a chiropractor license because the way she spun her across the room is giving cracking her back in places to aid her with stress relief. That's what it's giving. Yeah, Jayla is about to play mediator. Ooh, child, excuse me. I don't know how I feel about her as mediator. Do y'all think she makes a good mediator in that case? No, for real, Maru. She literally had her like swinging her across the room. Slim looked better in the confessional with this brown hair than she looks in the regular scene. No, it was crazy. She had her, but the girl that she was fighting is like 300 some pounds. Like she's a big girl. And the one that was getting slung is literally her name is Slim. She's small. She's like 110 pounds at most. Wet, soaking wet. She's really small. Yes! Yes! That's literally how the internet called it. Hulk, um, the Hulk smashing Loki is literally how it looked. Crazy. Crazy. It's crazy because I actually like Jayla watching this scene. Jayla makes a good mediator. Not Natalie joining in. Natalie, you are not about to help. Natalie not even gonna separate them. Ladies, stop. That's how she does it every time. Slim misses her friend, and Rolly don't give two F's. Okay, accountability. Oh, Rolly said she ain't do nothing. Bad versus wild should have been the end of it. Rolly said she ain't do nothing. I don't know if I can say you did nothing. You know what? Rolly clocking some tea. Rolly clocking a little bit of tea. I'm not gonna hold you. Let me pause it right here. I felt for Slim for 5 seconds. But the second Rolly said what she just said, she literally clocked Slim's tea a little bit. Because I remember for the auditions of what was it, Baddies Caribbean? Baddies Caribbean. She was in line trying to audition or whatever the case may be, and she was just like, I want to run my run with you, Natalie. So for her to be apologizing now when you wanted to fight me before just to get your free clout to get on the network again, like, Rolly clocked your tea. Like, you're apologizing, but you're literally apologizing for TV just a little bit. But I'm still curious to this the timeline of them being friends to where they are right now, because I feel like it's still some missing pieces. Like, I can't really recall anything between, like, right now I feel like they're making it seem like their fallout happened because of the reunion and because of Slim jumping in a fight between Natalie and Rolly. But I feel like it's deeper than that, if that makes sense. I feel like it's deeper than that. I feel like it's deeper than that. But I don't know. Not because there's food out there and BS down here. Rolly said, "You're not gonna make me miss a plate." Not Natalie asking her if she's on drugs. Child. She might be. She might have been. Let's put it that way. She might have been. Okay, Faith Evans' daddy died. Someone getting child probably blocking me from food. Listen, Rolly said you're not gonna stop me from eating, baby. Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. I feel like I don't understand why, like, y'all know I don't really be Team Natalie like that, but I don't understand why the ladies keep blaming Natalie for certain things. Remember when E.T. fought Natalie at the reunion and got fired? Everybody that fight Natalie at the reunion get fired. E.T. fought Natalie at the reunion and basically was just like, oh, Natalie tried to set me up, which a part of me feels like I want to hear E.T. out on that, but we gonna leave that where it lay. In that circumstance, Rolly didn't take ET back, she took Natalie back. Okay. And now, before that, for Baddies South, Rolly and ET were at odds, and not Rolly and ET, Rolly and Natalie were at odds, and that was the season. I want to say that was the season that they fought, or whatever the case may be. And Slim tried to jump in for her friend. But I guess before that, Rolly said, don't jump in, and she didn't listen, or something like that. I don't know. That's what it gives. So then from there, um, what happened after that? So then from there, once again, Rolly doesn't take her friend's side. She takes Natalie's side. So this is a two-time repeat offender. Okay, by way of Rolly choosing Natalie over friendship. I find that to be a little suspect. I might have my timelines wrong just a tad, but I do find that to be a little suspect. Now I will say this: whatever Rolly said about her daddy, as far as her not being black enough to say the word nigga, listen, her daddy black, which means she black. You can't compare her to a Gretchen. Gretchen is Hispanic, Spaniard. That's not the same as African. That's not the same as Jamaican. That's not the same as Haitian. That's not the same as Turks and Caicos. That's not the same as Bahamian. That's not the same. So it's like you can't really compare somebody with African American descent saying the word nigga to her. But it's still one of those things where it's just like that back and forth on the race thing. When it comes to this show, I feel like it's not the right platform for that race discussion anymore. She for the streets no matter what. If my friend's wrong and I have their back, and deal with my friend later. Yeah, I feel like how Rolly handled it in every sense is, I don't know if it's a way that I would handle it. I really can't say that. For the ET thing, yes. For the Slim thing, I don't know. I don't know. But let me finish the episode. Let's see what's going on. There's still about 10 minutes left. Ooh, scared. Child. So basically, Natalie is putting the fate of Slim's life in her hands. Child, let me know in the comments if you think that she is gonna get back in this house, because is Slim gonna get back in the house? I don't know. I don't know. Natalie says her loyalty is to Rolly too, and that she's sticking to whatever Rolly's decision is. We already know what Rolly's decision is going to be, and I would hope that Lemuel Plummer will overturn that. Cause I like Slim, and I want to see her on Baddies, and I feel like she would bring um something to the table. I also would like to see her and Rolly kind of sort of work it out, but I don't know. All right, bonfire, Baddie barbecue happening. Y'all think they gonna eat? We need PYT on Baddies is crazy. All right, so we finally get into Pretty P and DTB. Is DTB still having a neck thing? Natalie, not Natalie. DTB said tomorrow I will complete you. You make my life complete. This is actually the second time that this has happened where Paula called out Diamond the Body on a fade and she says, we'll fight tomorrow, bitch. I ain't got time today. I'm hurt. Child, Biggie said Slim gotta go. No one wants Slim to stay. I would want Slim to stay. I would want her to stay. Not the chance is slim for Slim to be there. Dang. Child. So it's giving unanimous decision. Wait. This is getting out of hand a little bit. What who gave her the microphone? Who gave her the microphone? This is who gave this lady the microphone? You know how your drunk auntie just be picking up the microphone at the wedding or the funeral or the event that is supposed to be organized and they ain't got no business getting the microphone. Like who gave Summer None Other the microphone? Because now Summer None Other is saying that Slim can't be in the house because she gonna fight her every chance they get, and now she's trying to delegate who's getting kicked out of the house at this bonfire. When I tell y'all they are not eating at this batty bonfire, they're not eating at this batty bonfire. Child, not even a single marshmallow will get roasted over this fire because the way this is happening, Pretty P about to fight. We already know that. But the question is, who is she gonna fight? Because I thought it was gonna be DTB, but now it's giving she's going to fight Summer. Not they about to vote. Not her delegating the vote. Not her being the electoral college. She said, "I'm not here to be a comedian." Now they calling Jasmine Alexis boring. She said the loudest person in the room is normally the weakest. Scummer is crazy. Yo, Scotty funny. I don't think you're boring, but I do think Emma boring. All she do is play music all day. Music, 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 music. Bad Dolly's accent is so cute. Music. She said all she do is play music. Not you seen me not being boring. She said Emma beat their ass. Okay, well, in the meantime, so basically what Emma is saying is I'm boring right now because my finger broke. That's all I'm hearing. But it's one of those things where like your finger being broken isn't the cause of your boringness. You were acting this way before your finger broke. Oh yeah, what you call it is trying to start a fight. She is instigating like crazy. But to me, it's one of those things where Ivory is trying to stand up for Emma because she wants Emma to fight back. But then at the same token, Emma can't fight back because she has to wait till her finger heals. Now, because of them waiting for DTB neck to stop hurting the same way they waited for DTB to recover the last time Paula called her out, I feel like they can give sis some grace, but it's still one of those things where like when your finger is good, are you going to have the same excuse? Because if you're going to give the same excuse, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything about it because it blows my mind how you can sit here and say that your finger being broken is the cause of you being boring or leave me alone until I can fight. Because it's one of those things where it's like, it tells me that Emma really doesn't have no conversation outside of fighting. And she's acknowledging that. You're telling me that you can't produce any sort of content outside of fighting, which means you're boring. You're adding to, the reason why you should be out of the house. Like, your finger got to be good for you to give content and Bad Dolly voice. All you can do is play music, music, music. That's all you can do. All right, y'all. It is 4 minutes left in the episode. Let's see what else happens. All right. Natalie said they're going to the next city tomorrow, and somebody is staying. Hold on. Let me pull it back some because I'm confused. Oh, they're picking who should stay versus who should go. King Z, what up, baby? She said, Emma, beat their ass. Beat their ass, Emma. That's funny because Ivory is the only one that is standing up for her rights. The only one standing up for her rights. I appreciate her having her back because it's one of those things where, like, it can appear bully-ish without that, but at the same token, it's still, I still said what I said. If you gotta have a healed finger in order to have a personality, you're boring. 1 + 1 = 2. Tinka funny. So Rolly asks out of the new ladies, who they would pick to stay, and she calls on Emma first. Tinka said, "You." She's standing right next to her too. Emma better than me. 2 + 2 = you. Summer having a time. Emma said when the camera's rolling, she do the most as far as Summer. Big Lex said between Pretty P and Jazz. Summer said everybody basically. Summer said, "Why are you bees here? Y'all boring. Pack your bags. Go home. Get out of here. It's done." Why they ganging up on Jazz? I ain't gonna hold you. That's fair. So they basically said that they feel like Jasmine Alexis acts acts. That's the word, right? ACTS. She act ACK entitled because of, who her friends are, who she hang with, who she roll with back home in Detroit. And I can see that. We don't see everything that's happening on the show, whatever the case may be, but I can understand what they mean by that because she knows she's that bitch. So it's one of those things where, like, she isn't doing it on purpose, but it's kind of sort of happening that way. Okay. And she isn't trying to fight nobody for no reason. So she's just trying to enjoy the baddie ride, which I can understand that from her perspective. But then the same token, she does stand on 10 toes when people call her out. So let me know how you feel about that because it's one of those things where, like, I like her. I like Jasmine. I really do like Jazz. But for the fact that a lot of girls are calling her out, but it's not the OGs that are calling her out, it's the newbies that are calling her out. So let's take note to that. Let's clock that T because it's giving the new girls have a problem with her and the new girls feel like she act like her itch don't stink. How true that is, I don't know. But I would love to see how Jasmine ends up, fighting for her rights when it comes to that. All right, there's 3 minutes left in the episode. Dolly said Pretty P should go home. Not Pretty P. Pretty P always calling somebody ugly. Why she said we all prettier than Dolly? Dolly look good. I don't know about all that. This is a lot, y'all. This is child Rolly started all of this. The scheme that Rolly set up. Jasmine Alexis said Summer should go home. Not her calling her a fan. Summer funny. Summer look cute today though. Her hair done. Word to Bad Dolly. Oh, Pretty P said all you bitches can line it up. Not these girls from the auditions. Yes, grab her jacket off the ground. Where is Ivory? Come officiate. Oh, Bad Dolly and Pretty P. Bad Dolly and Pretty P. Bad Dolly and Pretty P. Dang, we don't even get to see the whole fight. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh. Hold on, y'all. I'm finna run it back just a tad. I need to see that fight again. I need to see that squabble up. I need to see that fight. I need to see that fight again. I need to see that fight again. Cause I told y'all I like Pretty P. Pretty P was she was actually going that actually looked like a very fair fight. Pretty P versus Bad Dolly. Who you think won between Pretty P and Bad Dolly? That was actually a fair fight. Pretty P versus Bad Dolly was actually a fair fight. I ran it back, y'all. I need to see this with two eyes. All right, so Ivory grabbed her jacket. Of course, a barbecue with no barbecue. You go to the grass. That fight looked even. That fight looked extremely even. Mm. Pretty P got some hits in there. Natalie said she want to see the girls that aren't doing much step up. Child, now they gonna do the most. Okay, so they're in Akron, Ohio. And then after that, they go to Ohio. I mean, Chicago. And not everybody coming. Okay, they're going to the next city. That's crazy. Hold on, let me pause this. The executioner said, just found out Ivory and Tasiki is going to fight because she feels like they set her up to fight Lex. So she said everyone at the door has to line it up. Ooh! She feels like she set her up to fight Lex. How does she feel like she set her up to fight Lex? Okay, we're gonna pause this. We got 20 seconds left on the next on for Baddies. So she feels like she set her up to fight Lex. Cause when did she fight Lex? She fought Lex. Her and Lex's beef started from episode 1 when they were on the Baddies bus. So how did Tasiki set that up? I don't understand that. Remember on that first episode, um, Big Ivory was on the bus with the keep watching the 20 second. Ooh, child. Let me see. Oh, they fought again. They did say they were gonna fight again later on in the season. Hold on, let me scroll back. Betty shot a clock. Jasmine, Alexis, and Summer going back and forth. Change some names up. So Tasiki changed the names on the doors for the assigned doors. Oh, child. So she put her in the same room as Big Lex, I'm assuming. I should have put the. Let me zoom the hell in. I wish I could show this episode so that we can actually watch and key together. But you know how Zeus is. Is that what happened? The only people at the door laughing was Tasiki, Biggie, and Natalie. It looked like I thought I saw Jayla. Hold on, I'm gonna freeze frame and take attendance to who I saw standing at the door. No, don't start it from the beginning. Okay, so Betty shot a clock. Jasmine Alexis versus Summer in the bus. All right, pause. Hold on, y'all. I see Scotty. I see Rolly. I see Scotty's dog. Who got the blue hair? That's Natalie. Who's that thickums right there? That gotta be Tasiki. And who's this with the slides? That's Anna Mac. Okay, those are the people that I see. Okay. Now we switch scenes to the door. Biggs, Lex, and Ivory. Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot it. Big Lex and Ivory are at the door. Unicorn! Okay, Big Lex and Big, you're right. It was Biggie, Tasiki, and Natalie. It was Biggie, Tasiki, and Natalie. Tasiki showing all 32 of her teeth. All 32 of her teeth. She was excited for this encounter to happen. So I understand Ivory. Remember, Ivory went live and was just like, yo, thank you. Ivory went live and was just like, yo, I'm fighting anybody that I fought before, I'm going to fight. And then I believe she added Tasiki to the list, according to what you're saying. Ivory said on her Insta 1 hour ago, everyone that was laughing at the door is going to have that lineup. Is it on her Instagram right now? Ah! Is it on her Instagram right now? Where my other iPad? Child. Ivory said, line that up, line that up, line that up. Oh my gosh. Trouble in paradise, people. Trouble in paradise. Hold on. Let me go screenshot that. Let me go see with my two eyes. One of the Baddies blogger page will have it, but let me see it from Ivory's page. What's her name? Her name is spelled Ivory with two I's, right? How you spell her name? Ivory Babu. That's what it was. She got multiple pages. But the weird part is, to me, is they are still following an Ivory like Tasiki's latest pick. Maybe she's acting like she's calm and collected. That's what somebody else had pointed before. That in some circumstances, Ivory is because okay, so I don't watch Now That's TV, but I've heard that how Ivory is right now is a classy version. There we go. How Ivory right now is a classy version of how she was on Now That's TV, because a lot of people were saying that she was bullying, she was whatever, so she wanted to switch up how she is on Now That's TV or whatever the case may be, which is understandable. If people are coming at me sideways, then I'm gonna make sure that I step with correctly, especially on this new. Let me follow her so I can find it for next time. Ivory Minor, and it is with two eyes. Gotcha. Hold on, let me go to the stories. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't have my laptop, so it's lagging. It's everything. I'm back home. I need a massage and a motherfucking IV. Oh, she's in Georgia. All right, pictures of money. I'm sick of flights at this point. I live in the airport. I felt that. Reposting everybody. Me and Ye can't be on those shows together. And since everything's so funny at the reunion, everyone who was lined up at the door, run that with laughing emojis. She's crazy. Hold on. She even posted the preview. She even posted the preview. Two shows, same day, different networks. Clock that T. Sis doing her biggest. I need to watch Now That TV. But wow, it's about to be okay. So Tasiki's been live a lot, but her mouth has only been directing her energy towards DTB. I think there's about to be a switch up. I think there's about to be a switch up. And it's crazy how it ended up that way. I was just about to say that. Remember when Ivory was coming in, everybody was saying Ivory is one of the only people that could come in from NTTV and challenge Tasiki from the Zeus side. And it didn't happen because Ivory kept saying on live, y'all want me to fight Tasiki, but I don't have no problem with Tasiki. I don't have no problem with Tasiki. And Tasiki kept saying on her live, I like Ivory. I like Ivory. I'm not going to fight Ivory. So I understand why it didn't happen. But guess what? The tables have turned. And the turns have tabled, okay? Listen, I am officially excited for the reunion. I wasn't excited for the reunion before because Bad Dolly versus Tasiki, a part of me felt like it wasn't really going to happen. I still kind of feel like that. But I would hope that Tasiki has two fights at the reunion. I would like to see her fight Bad Dolly and then fight Ivory. That's two fights I'm looking forward to seeing. Dang, I wish I was home. My blackboard is back home. We gonna have to write that down. Ivory versus Bad Dolly and Ivory versus Tasiki. Those are what we are waiting for. Of course, this happens for the reunion, just like the tables turned when DTB was kind of cool with Tasiki, and then by the time the reunion, they fought. That's fair as well, but I feel like with DTB and Tasiki, majority of it happened because of social media. Remember, social media played a big part of that. In this incident, it's not social media. It's literally Ivory watching the playback and realizing that she is the messy person that we know her to be. Because Tasiki is nobody's friend. Tasiki is nobody's friend. She ain't give nobody no loyalty, but we can't expect any loyalty from her with any of these girls because look how she treat her sister. No shade. No shade. But if you can't even be on decent terms with your sister for the cameras, at least for the cameras, and y'all can figure out the rest behind closed doors. If you can do that for your sister, I'm not going to expect you to do that to DTB. I'm not going to expect you to do that to Bad Dolly. I'm not going to expect you to do that for what you call it. But what I can definitely say about Ivory, genuine storyline, because I did a video before. Y'all can go ahead and check it out about all of the fake storylines, allegedly fake storylines that are happening within the network and them like making up fights allegedly behind closed doors. And this is the real deal. It's not her making something up out of thin air. It's not nothing like that. But I keep seeing the fight in my head. So who you think? How many rounds? Let's place bets now. How many rounds do you think they will go? I have my money on 5 minimum. I have my money on 5. Tasiki versus Ivory, minimum 5 rounds. Because how many rounds did she go with ET? Etheria had her going for a cut. Okay, 6. We taking bets. 6 rounds for Maru, 5 rounds for me. I think it should go 5 rounds. I think Tasiki will go down at least. The problem is Tasiki trains with precision. Not trains, fights with precision. She goes like this. I don't watch Now That's TV well enough to know Ivory like her rate to winning or if she undefeated or whatever the case may be on NTTV. But I noticed on Baddies, she literally swings like this. She puts her whole shoulder into it, but it's straight aimless hooks a little bit, at least based on how she fought Big Lex. That preview that I just watched looked like she switched it up a little bit. I'm not gonna hold you. But for how she's been, going against Big Lex, it's giving Baddie's version of Ivory from what I've been told based on how people describe her on Not As TV. So it's one of those things where I low key want to see her wild out. I want to see her Now That's TV style fight Tasiki. I don't want to see Baddies Ivory. I don't want to see Demure Ivory. I don't want to see prim proper Ivory. I don't want to see I'm trying to be clean because I don't want to mess up my reputation with my people. Listen, drag her if you can. I would like to see. It's crazy because I don't have a genuine issue with Tasiki, but it's one of those things where I want to see her lose just one time. And the crazy part is people think Ivory won that fight in the bedroom, but I seen the official Midwest trailer where dropped by Lemmy and seen Ivory knotted up bad, and I think that's why she felt played. Lex could fight though, and Ivory literally said that she can. Now I think my eyes wasn't deceiving me. It looked even from the trailer. It looked even from the trailer, but if she ended up lumped up in that situation, which this fight is the same situation that made her say in the first time in the first place that me and Lex gonna go against each other like many a times in the season, because she did say that before the episode started dropping. She really about to fight Tasiki. But okay, let's take it for face value. She's not just fighting Tasiki. She wants to run that with Biggie as well. Now, I feel like she's smart enough to know that she's not running it up with Natalie, but I feel like she's not pushover enough to not question Natalie. Like pull Natalie aside, like, why did you think that was funny? Why did you try to set me up? I feel like she'll question Natalie. And I would love her to question Natalie because I feel like not enough of them call out Natalie on her BS. Not enough of them do. Not enough of them do. Because Ivory was hitting the back of her head. Lex was holding her head. And she was. Let me watch that apart. Let me watch that part again. Hold on. Yes. Ivory was hitting the back of her head. Ivory had her hand right here. She had her by the temple and was just hitting. But in this scene, at this point in time, Lex is up against the wall. Ivory backs her up against the wall. But the same way that Ivory got her right here, Lex got her by right here. And it's just, listen, hold on. This fight is. Have they put out a slower version of the fight yet? Because I would like to see it. I would like to see a slowed down version of the fight. So Ivory's in the club in Atlanta right now. Let me see. Where did they post that version on? Okay. And what are people saying about it? Ivory commented on that post too. She said, and since everything a game, everybody who had parts in that running me at that reunion, and that's on God. And she said, sick of her for real. So is she sick of Tasiki for real? Listen, I'm looking at this preview over and over and over again, and it's crazy because Tasiki literally was laughing at that. But I don't want Biggie to get away scotch free either. Because if Biggie gets away scotch free, to me, is gonna give bias and it's gonna give a little bit of storyline. I want Biggie to get the same type of aggression, because what I mean by that is I don't want Ivory to say everybody's going that was at the door go get it, but then only aim for Tasiki at the reunion. I want Natalie to be questioned. I want Biggie to be pressed, and I want Tasiki to be fought in that order. In that order. People say she won, but like I said in the official Midwest trailer, show her nodded. You just gotta pause it right. I need to watch this trailer over, but I definitely could see Ivory losing because remember the last time they fought, when she asked Jayla, when she snuck Big Lex, and they ended up going them rounds, and she ended up knotted up there. I can understand her getting knotted up twice. I definitely can. It's just one of those things where it's just like, sure. So right now it's giving Ivory is pressing Natalie at the reunion. She pressing Biggie at the reunion. She pressing Tasiki at the reunion. She's pressing Jayla at the reunion. Who else is on her hit list? Who else is on this hit list? That's an interesting hit list. I'm not gonna hold you. But all in all, I feel like this episode, I ain't gonna hold you, it was a 5. Because Rolly versus Slim, we already knew what the outcome was gonna be, so they dragged it a little bit. Them having to sit down again, I feel like was just to give Jayla something to do because Jayla hasn't offered the season anything. I feel like, hold on, when Ivory fight in her NTTV fights, she never looks when she punches. She just heavy handed, but Tasiki uses them eyes. Exactly. And that's what I was saying. That Tasiki fights like with precision. Tasiki, she'll just like literally, she'll 1-2 clock, 1-2 bow. How she say it when she on live. And Ivory just wildly swings, but Ivory is strong. So that's what be getting it. And I feel like Tasiki knows enough defense to be able to block that offense. So, child. But I guess it depends. I don't know. It depends. She could catch Tasiki on a bad day. It's okay because Jayla getting that. Again, I really do be so she gonna have something to do. You right. You right. Because Jayla is definitely on Tinka's hit list. Jayla is definitely so Jayla got 2 fights at the reunion so far. Jayla got 2 fights at the reunion so far. She needs to fight Ivory and she needs to fight Tinkerbella. Mm. Her and Tinkerbella would be interesting. Her and Ivory, she's scared of Ivory. I don't care what she says on that. So she's probably gonna try to get out of it, or because I don't see Jayla hyping that up. I feel like she's gonna try to get out of it. I feel like Jayla's gonna try to apologize her way out of it. She's gonna try to apologize her way out of it, and I hope Ivory says what Rolly said tonight. I don't care if you apologize out of your booty hole. I don't want it. I don't care for it. Because that's what Rolly told Slim in this episode. But I wanted to point something out. Okay, so Bad Dolly fought Pretty P. That was basically where the episode had ended, right? Pretty P was keeping up. She was keeping the hell up. Okay. Now remember, Bad Dolly had messed up her finger the last time she fought Pretty P. I feel like she was hitting Pretty P in the head, in the cranium, rather than uppercutting because Pretty P's head was down the entire time. So that would make sense. Now, if that be the case, when she was supposed to fight Tasiki last time, but Tinkerbella threw the liquor in her eyes, it leads me to believe that Tasiki might have whooped her ass because everybody was saying that she did the best she could, but she was not looking. She could not see. She was blinded, which is why she was running in the opposite direction. But her track record right now was looking a little shaky when it comes to fighting. So I can't really say that it would have been even between them two. That's what I'm saying because Dolly came a little close to beating up Tasiki and they never showed her left eye was covering it with her hair. So do you think Ivory has I do think Ivory has a chance, no say. But it's like her and Tasiki's fight like is inevitable at this point in time because until they actually do it, we don't know. Now we can say this: Tasiki has 2 fights as well. She has to fight Bad Dolly and she has to fight Ivory. So I'm hoping she fights Bad Dolly first and then Ivory last. Because I need that. I need to see her versus Bad Dolly. Because we missed out on it. Not Tasiki, Tinkerbella ruined that for us. So it's still one of those things where like I really want to see that fight. Now this Ivory versus Lex thing, I can believe Lex winning. But it's crazy. They both have similar, I don't know. I can see Lex winning. Based on what we saw tonight. Tonight what we saw in that preview was giving tie. What we going to see coming up, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But if you saying that Ivory came out knotted up, but the question is how did Lex look? Did they both come out looking knotted up, or did Ivory look like she not gonna win this fight? Man. Okay, so Tasiki is fighting Ivory and Bad Dolly. Bad Dolly gotta fight Pretty P, um, Tasiki, um, okay. Lex face was pretty. That's what I'm saying. Ooh, cha. Well, I haven't seen Lex with any scars on her face after any of her squabbles. That needs to be clocked. That needs to be clocked. Lex is definitely one of my favorite newbies, but the only problem that I have with her is what she said on live recently. I don't know if you've seen it, but she was basically just like trying to stand up for Gretchen, saying that Gretchen is Hispanic. It's in her vocabulary. We need to leave her alone. Where I'm from, all of the Mexicans say nigga, and we ain't got no problem with it. So y'all should have no problem with her saying it. Respectfully, I don't give a damn about them Mexicans. She can't say it to me, and the Mexicans can't either. And that's just it. uh, but yeah. If Lex was be bad, then Lex wouldn't be mad at Tasiki and Biggie. And I agree. Hold on. Not even if Lex was beat bad. If Ivory didn't feel like she lost, that's what it is. If Ivory didn't feel like she lost, she would not be coming at them. Because if Ivory, whew, get tired. If Ivory came up victorious, she would not be giving a damn about none of this. If Ivory came out victorious. Mm-hmm. And that's just what it is. But altogether, I would give this episode like a 5 out of 10. They dragged it a little bit with the Rolly versus Slip situation. The sit down was quite pointless. Um, what else happened? That scene with us, Tinka and Summer, I feel like was set up weird. I feel like Tinka telling DTB scene was set up weird. I feel like the bonfire, once again, a scene where they're supposed to eat where they don't eat at. It's just becoming a little repetitive with anticipated fights that aren't emphasized in the way that we want, and then it turning into like random ass sitting down scenes, which turns into a fight that we want to see, which turns into the fight don't get seen because it's cut off because of next time on Baddies. So it was just like, what else? Child, I don't know. See you next week, Executioner. I appreciate it. I was gonna stay up to do my Jocelyn's Cabaret, but respectfully, it's 2:24. I had a late start. I think I'm going to watch Jocelyn's Cabaret tomorrow. We are discussing Jocelyn's Cabaret tomorrow. Y'all are going to get my live reaction tomorrow, okay? But in the meantime, I appreciate everybody that rocked with me. Please do me a favor. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you subscribe. If you did not comment tonight, it's perfectly fine. If you watch Jocelyn's Cabaret, I will see you next week. All of that. Yes, hella cliffhangers. Hella cliffhangers, Maru. I promise on everything. But this is my first live stream watching it in real time in like months. This is only my second live stream altogether on YouTube, and I kind of liked it. It was actually pretty dope. I know the internet was going in and out, but like I said before, I'm not home. I really appreciate y'all bearing with me when it comes to all of that. Serenity, hi. But y'all, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. I will be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow to watch Jocelyn's Cabaret with y'all. And I will be adding my video up for my recap of Baddies. I'm going to be attaching that to the video of me getting my hair done and getting ready for my trip to Miami. So y'all get ready for that. We're going to add a blog with a recap all in one because I got to gear up to my Christmas vlog. But I appreciated the new episode was crazy, Serenity. I wish we were here to discuss it with us. I watched it live with everybody. But please, please, please like this video. Everybody in here, please like this video. Please subscribe and all of that good stuff. We're almost to 1,000 subscriptions, almost to 1,000 subscriptions, almost to 1,000 subscriptions. The new episode had a lot of stuff going on. I do feel like they dragged it a little bit, but we will see how it goes. I feel like it definitely set up a lot of different situations to come as far as the reunion. I feel like it did all it could do when they did the what you call it, when they did the 10, aka Rolly and Slim. They did what they could do. I would have preferred, Rolly hear her out some more so that we could get more dialogue when it comes to the both of them. Because I honestly don't understand the full length of them not effing with each other anymore. I don't know. I don't know. But it is what it is. Um yeah, I'm gonna lay down. And tomorrow, y'all, I will be uploading my recap. I appreciate y'all for watching me watch the live reaction of this latest episode of Baddies. Y'all will be catching me tomorrow. Like I said before, we're gonna do it live again. My live reaction to Jocelyn's Cabaret. So I'm not watching Jocelyn's Cabaret tonight because I'm gonna watch it with y'all tomorrow. Okay. I appreciate y'all so much. Like, comment, subscribe, watch some of my other videos, turn on your post notifications, and send this video to a friend. I appreciate y'all so much, and thank y'all so much for watching PYT TV. Mwah. Respectfully. Bye, y'all.